Hello and welcome to Braintree High School for today's live stream broadcast of Braintree Baseball here in the Final 8. Mike Wasserman in the coverage here on BCAM TV alongside James Curry helping out with stats, a junior here at Braintree High School, as we are ready for baseball here in the top half of the first between the Womps and the Blue Devils. Leominster and Braintree here in the Elite 8. Winner of this one to face the winner of the top seed, potentially BC High, as it'll be Joyce on the mound, the left-hander, for Braintree, the freshman pitcher, getting ready to fire the game's first pitch, as throws a couple more warm-up pitches and it will be underway. Braintree getting to this point with victories over Peabody 9-2, and then a thriller in extra innings, a 3-2 win over Weymouth. Ready to go, and it will be the left-hander Joyce, as we have three umpires here for the round of 8. Beautiful day for baseball, although it was a little bit questionable. At some point there was a little bit of rain that came through, and everybody knows that this field sometimes has issues with water, so certainly a concern, but field ready to go. Looks good, and we are ready to begin this contest, as it'll be Laura to lead things off, the center fielder. Right-handed bat, as the Braintree infield back accepted third with O'Rourke in on the grass. And the first pitch of the game in there for strike one. Braintree trying to get down to the semifinals here in the Division I baseball playoffs, as that one just missing off the edge. A couple of pitches in, and a 1-1 count here to the leadoff hitter. Joyce winds and fires, and missed upstairs. So for the first time, Joyce has fallen behind. And the 2-1 offering, and that one misses as well, and he's in danger now of walking the leadoff man. And the pitch, and that one misses off the edge, and a walk here to begin the game. So certainly not the start Braintree had anticipated after the first strike. So a leadoff walk here to begin the game. Leominster crowd trying to fire up their team, but I want to be careful what they wish for here. As the pitch in there again, first pitch strike. On the outside part of the plate, give the Braintree defense in a moment. Canavan holding on the runner at first. Getting ready on the pitch, runner takes off. Pitch down and a ball to throw down to second, not in time, and a stolen base. So a runner in scoring position here in the first. As I'll go right into the Braintree defense. Out in the outfield, Garrity in left field with Regan in center, and over in right, King. Across the infield, O'Rourke at third with Brooks at short, Rucky at second, and Canavan at first with Bossy doing the catching for the pitcher, Joyce. 1-1 the count here to the number 2 hitter. And that one, wow, that was a good-looking pitch. I don't know where that one missed. The hitter ducked down, but that looked like it had a lot of the plate. So Garner batting here in the 2 spot as the DH. Lefty-lefty matchup here with the number 2 hitter. Two sides that don't know each other well. As this one is hit hard out towards deep right center field, continuing back. Regan back towards the wall at one hop to the fence as the runner digs for second, and they will stop there at third as the first two have reached. So that one got back towards the wall in a hurry, and the first two have reached. So Braintree struggling out of the gate. Joyce has allowed the first two. He struggled in the first inning in the first game against Peabody, and obviously has allowed the first two to reach. You never want to allow a leadoff walk, and that one got back towards the wall in a hurry. Thought maybe that ball hanging up in the air a while. Regan, who has good speed, has good athletic ability, just couldn't track it down. So an opportunity here to score first for the visitors, as the number 5 seeded Leominster Blue Devils have a chance here to strike at Braintree. And the pitch is off the plate. Joyce ready, winds, and this time misses off the edge again, continuing to try and find the outside part of the plate. Joyce on his full rest, the 5 days, so expect him to be ready, but obviously in a big spot as a freshman here in the Elite Eight. Has this one on the ground, a third base, and a foul ball. So still awaiting the first out here of the top half of the first. Joyce ready, and this one sharply hit and into left field, a base hit. As one run coming across, they will hold the runner at third, and the first 3 have reached. So we'll see how long Braintree will wait here, as Joyce has been hit hard here in the inning so far, and I know it's here in the first inning, but it is a win or go home game. We'll see how long the leash will be. Braintree, a team that certainly can score runs, but you don't want to dig yourself too big of a hole here early. So they're at the corners now. They had a stolen base earlier in the inning. And the off-speed pitch, just one to center field, a base hit. As another run comes across, and the first 4 have reached, and it's 2-0. Back-to-back RBI singles, and things not going the way Braintree had anticipated, as head coach O'Connell not going out to talk with his pitcher yet, and it looks like he will now. You're wild. So a great spot here in the first inning for the visiting team to put up a big spot here on the road. And Braintree with nobody up in the bullpen yet. So a walk to begin the game. That really was what I think was the kind of the unraveling a little bit after throwing a first pitch strike. A double and then back-to-back single. So 3 hits and a walk and 2 runs across, 2 more base runners on. Braintree has the higher seed, the number 4 seed, getting the home game, but right now, the visitors taking the lead. Of course, Braintree hasn't hit yet, so can't score if you don't hit. The infield coming in at the corners now. And we'll see if they continue to swing away or if they're considering a sacrifice with 2 on and nobody out. Here in a 2-run first. And this one out towards center, and another little looping hit, as that one will bring the runner towards the plate, and the throw is cut off, and the base is now loaded. So everything has been knocked into the outfield, and right now nothing missing the bats. And Braintree just trying to make any adjustment they can, but it's been hard to do so, as hasn't been hard contact. It's been a lot of soft hits to the outfield. Braintree looks like they're going to get some stirring right now. They need somebody up and throwing in a hurry. As the pitch on the way, and a first pitch strike to the first baseman, Pascal. So a couple of runs here so far in the top half of the first. The base is loaded, and the pitch off the edge. Wamps looking for the first out. Hard to imagine this far into the inning, 5 hitters in, that they have not found one. And the lefty ready. And that one's down. Nowhere to put him. Getting ready now on the offering, and he missed away, and now he's in danger of walking in a run. Braintree has some action out in the bullpen, the right-handed pitcher throwing. And the offering on the way, and he missed and walks in a run. So 3 runs in, and Braintree already going to go and make a pitching change with nobody out, and a pitching change coming here at Braintree High School here in the top half of the first. This certainly was not expected here at the beginning of this game, as Joyce, the freshman, could not find an out, and he is going to depart here with the bases full and a pitching change, a very quick trigger, as Braintree had to make the change, just had to make it, as we will return in a moment. Back here at Braintree High School here in the top half of the first after the pitching change. And Grieve coming out of the bullpen to try and put out the fire here in this first inning, as 3 have scored already and the bases loaded, still nobody out. And the pitch, and this one to left field, hit pretty well. Back towards that wall, and it's back, and it is gone. A grand slam. Wow. A 7 spot here in the first. I can't believe what I'm seeing. And Braintree in a world of trouble. And Grieve, for the second time this season, has given up a grand slam in the bullpen. Obviously, those 6 runs responsible for the starters up until that home run. The only run charged to Grieve, but Braintree is down 7 runs. I can't believe this. And now what are we going to see here? The umpires talking things around. And this is quite incredible what has happened, as the coach now going to be talked to. But there is a lot of game left, but this is hard to imagine coming back from 7 runs down. Wow. Seen a lot of bad innings, but not to start a game generally. So the base is now clear. You hope that maybe all that energy was gotten out here in this first inning for the visitors. So a grand slam from Corbin. As this one on the ground right side, as the throw across, and finally the game's first out. So Wozniak down on the ground out, and that's more of what Braintree anticipated early. So finally somebody makes an out for Leominster, who puts up 7 here in this top half of the first inning. As the pitch not going to happen. I think a lot of people certainly stunned. Can't imagine the fans for Leominster certainly expected a start like that. Obviously you want to win, but certainly can't expect to score that many runs in 1 inning, let alone without even recording an out. So play resuming after time was called. And the right-hander Grieve is ready and misses off the edge. So Braintree started the game with Joyce. He did not get an out. Grieve came in, gave up the grand slam, and just like that, Braintree has found a way to get an out on a ground out. So they're finally able to record 1 here in the inning, as this one is cut on and missed. And Braintree right now, if you are the home team, can't expect to score it all at once. Braintree, a team that can certainly score, but you don't expect to score that big of a chunk all at once. Just try and chip away a run or 2 at a time, and before you know it, maybe you get back in it. Got to start putting up some zeros. As the right-hander is ready, and that one goes all the way to the backstop. And Braintree's pitching has been really good this season, has not been good here to start the game. As this one lifted out towards center field, pretty playable. As Regan over, he puts it away, and there's 2 down. So a little frustrating for maybe head coach O'Connell right now, knowing that he's brought in Grieve. He did go up the grand slam. Obviously, there's a first pitch swing with the bases loaded, but he has gotten the last 2 hitters. So you wonder if he had started this game, maybe this game would be a little different. But that's why they play the game. And that's why they play the full game, as that pitch is down below the knees. As it'll be the top of the order for the second time. as the center fielder, Laura, will bat. Good pitch in there. So coming in to pitch is Grieve. He's retired 2 of the 3 that he's faced. And another strike. Will pound that one on the edge. Looking to get through this inning and get the final out. And the 2-strike pitch. Good fastball, but just outside. The grand slam, obviously the big hit here in this inning, but other than that, there wasn't a ton of hard contact, a lot of soft singles to center field. And that's in there, strike 3, down he goes looking. But a 7-run top half of the inning, and Braintree in a world of trouble here after a half inning, down 7-0 here at home. Bottom half of the first, the home team batting for the first time as Brooks leads things off. Grieve with 10 pitches back in the first inning. Joyce through 21. As the pitch is off the plate to Brooks. And a way to start, like I said, can't expect to get all 7 back at once. But Braintree's going to chip away. This is a team that can score runs in a hurry, too. As Brooks hits this one on the infield, and that's going to find its way to short, and he will reach to begin the game. So a base runner, and the home team looking to put up a big inning as well. Expect to see a lot of runs here today. Braintree crowd looking for something to cheer for now. As Brooks, a speedy runner aboard, with Regan standing in the dish. Hit a home run in the win over Peabody. And the pitch on the way. He takes the pitch off the outside from Massa. And right now the home team trying to put some pressure on. Obviously as an underdog you expect to lose on the road. But Leominster did not feel like an underdog, scoring 7 times in the top half. Braintree with the leadoff man on. And the pitch. This one out to left, a base hit. And the first 2 are on. Brooks digging for third. He's going to get there with the throw. And they're over to second and third. So be careful what you wish for. A 7 spot, but Braintree coming right back. Everybody expecting this one over after a half inning, but Braintree not expecting it. It's a team. Now Canavan. Can he deliver? First 2 have reached. And wow, that was quick. Action already throwing for Leominster, so they already starting to feel some heat. As the pitch misses off the edge. And now a big bat in the middle of the order. Canavan has the ability to leave the yard, and a home run here would just about cut the lead in half. So who could have anticipated the Elite 8 seeing 7 runs in the top half of the inning? Braintree threatening already here in the bottom half as the first 2 have reached. Canavan takes a strike. Left-handed bat. Braintree first baseman. And the pitch. And that one's low. So a single and a double to start the bottom half. Head coach O'Connell and his club trying to battle back from their largest deficit here this season. All of the Braintree losses by a single run. So Braintree a team that certainly can battle back, and they do not lose big generally. So it's a team that is going to try and play from behind now. Canavan. On the way, it gets to the screen, here comes a run. And Braintree on the scoreboard at 7-1. Just like that, a runner to third. Crowd settling down now. So Canavan now trying to drive in a run. No credit on an RBI, of course, with the wild pitch. And the pitch on the way. That hit him. And they're on the corners. So the pitcher wild to start. And the first 3 have reached. And wow, a very quick meeting at the mound. So they're not playing around here in this bottom half of the first. After scoring 7 runs, Braintree has cut it to 6, and they have 2 more on. don't think either head coach expected to be out in the top half or the bottom half of this first inning talking to their pitcher, but both have had to do so. Braintree's made a pitching change and doesn't look like Leominster's far behind. Braintree's able to play back from 7 runs down. This would be a comeback for the ages. For Braintree, of course, you're going to give up 7 runs. At least give it up in the first inning. Give yourselves plenty of ball game to come back. So to bring up Juhas, who's DHing here today. Meeting has adjourned. Canavan aboard. Regan at third. And now a left-handed bat with Juhas. Continuing our live stream broadcast here on BCAM TV in a 7-1 game as Juhas goes after the first pitch and spoils it out of play. So both sides swinging a good bat here early in the first inning. Seems like everything's dropping down. There's a lot of room in left field if you're watching the left fielder. Anything in that direction is going to get over his head in a hurry. And the pitch. And that one down in the dirt. The catcher has to watch it carefully. They've already had a wild pitch that scored the run. Home team trying to keep their poise here. Trying to be disciplined at the plate. And this one out to right field. Should be playable, and Braintree's going to send the runner from third base. Here comes the throw. They're not going to throw to the plate, and it's 7-2. The sac fly gets Braintree within 5. Home team will take a run, and they put up 2 so far. Just like I said, scrape away a run or a couple of runs in an inning. Long way to go. This isn't a 17-3 team for no reason. They played a very difficult schedule, and they're not going to lay down. Brings up Garrity, the left fielder, with Canavan at first, and the pitch, and that one spins him back. He's already hit one here in the inning. Nine runs in this first inning alone. Has this one on the ground to third, but foul. Down that left field line. O'Rourke in the on-deck circle. And there was action starting very quickly. Back behind the starter for Leominster is this one again up and over the head. This is certainly not the pitcher that Leominster had wanted to start this game. They were hoping an extra day's rest, but they could not get their top arm ready. As that one in there for a strike. Tough pitch to take there. Looked like a questionable call on the edge. So now Garrity trying to deliver. And the pitch is up. Braintree looking for another base runner. Canavan standing at first to check on in that direction. That one almost getting away from the first baseman. Canavan not really a candidate to take off. But apparently the pitcher wanted to keep him close regardless. Braintree not going on the 3-2, and that one not even close. Over the head for the third time in the at-bat. And another reach. So Braintree with 2 more base runners aboard. The only out in this inning, a sac fly. Brings up another left-handed Braintree hitter, O'Rourke. Massa getting ready, winds and fires. This one to center field, up and over, and into center. A base hit, and they're all going to stop there, one base at a time. And everybody had to hold up in case that one was caught. And Braintree has them loaded. And just like that, a hit away from making this one a 1-run game. and a second mound visit, and that is going to pull the plug here on the pitcher who loads him up. And Braintree scored twice. They are very much far from done here in this inning, as we will have a pitching change here at Braintree High School. A 7-2 game, bases loaded, just one out here in the bottom of the first in a 7-2 game. Bottom half of the first continuing here at Braintree High School with the bases loaded. Still just the one out, the pitching change, as Nelson, the left-hander, coming in, and Rucky takes the first pitch away. Right now, a hit and or a walk. Everything is going to be very good for the home team. With the bases filled, nowhere to put them. 2 runs so far. And that one upstairs. And the visiting team now in a world of trouble, just like Braintree was in the top half of this inning. It's in a lot of baseball, and at this stage of the postseason, do not expect to see this many runs in a game, let alone in the first inning, as that's a strike. Leading all the way across. First, second, and third, Braintree runners. And the pitch is way off the plate, nowhere close. I imagine you got to be taken here on the 3-1 count with the base. No base open right now. A walk is a run. And that would bring the tying run to the plate. As Nelson winds and fires, and Rucky does have the green light and swings right through it. Braintree with an RBI hit and a sac fly. 2 runs they've scored. Nelson trying to put out the fire for the Blue Devils. As this one on the ground to third base and foul. Good at bat here from Rucky. Rucky, who had a couple of big hits in the victory over Weymouth. Trying to deliver here in the 7th spot in the Braintree order. Both sides really putting the pressure on the opposing pitchers. And now trying to relay the signs across to the catcher. Rucky stepping back in the batter's box as they get ready here. And the pitch. And this one out to left field, hit hard, but that one's going to be a foul ball. That one had a pretty good carry to it. So the ball really traveling in the outfield here today. You saw a grand slam back in the top half of the first to left field. That one had some pretty good pop to it. Temperature right around 75 degrees at first pitch. Nelson again with the long wait, and he misses, and he walks in a run. It's 7-3. Very quiet crowd now up here in the opposing bleachers. So that'll be an RBI credited to Rucky. 19 pitches for the starter. As we go into the bullpen for Nelson now, who has to throw a lot to the opening hitter. And it'll bring up King, batting in the 8th spot with the bases filled here in a 7-3 game. And a first pitch strike. That hat continuing to come off of the pitcher. Braintree right back in this game, down 4 runs. A lot of baseball to be played here at Braintree High School. As that one missing. So Bossy in the on-deck circle, then it'll be right back to the top of the order. Braintree looking to put some heat on the opponent, and they've done so to the 2 and 3 runs. Still with a great opportunity to score more here in the inning. And the pitch to King. And he takes it upstairs. Not close. Got to be very disciplined if you're a hitter right now. You can't chase a pitch. Don't help out the pitcher struggling to throw strikes. Both pitchers, the relievers, have had to come in with the bases loaded. That is a very difficult spot to inherit. And the pitch. And King knocks this one back towards foul ground, long run. And this one is going to reach foul territory. Got to lay out there and make a play. The first baseman can't put it away. Gives an extra opportunity here for the hitter. Anytime the ball falls here in foul grounds, that's an extra strike. That gives the opposing side an opportunity with the bat here in what has been a 10-run inning. Pitch. King takes it inside, and now a chance to walk in another. What is going on here in this first inning? Neither side can get an out. King waiting for a 3-2 pitch. Long look in. Nelson. And time is called. Braintree doing a great job of fighting back. Here's the pitch on the 3-2. This one to right field and a foul ball. That one was hit pretty sharply. So we'll see how many pitchers are used in this game, because we've already seen both sides use 2 pitchers here in this first inning. Bases filled with Braintree base runners. For the right fielder, King. Bossy in the on-deck circle. And the 3-2 offering. This one to middle. It's through and a base hit. Here comes one, and they'll move it one base at a time. And Braintree has a 4 spot, and the tying run is now aboard. Everybody putting the bat on the ball for Braintree, an offense that can certainly put up crooked numbers, and they've shown that already. Leominster scoring those 7 runs. Of course, that grand slam, the big hit, but once Braintree made the pitching change, they were able to pretty much put the fire out. As it brings up Bossy, he inherits another bases-loaded spot. 4 runs so far, and the pitch to Bossy, and it misses. All pressure spots now. Here in inning number 1. This has got to be a record for most runs in a first inning. It's got to be a record for longest first inning as well. Pitch. And he missed again. Bases are full. Nowhere to put them. The top of the order due up next. And Bossy has to be very selective here with Braintree's top hitters due up to follow. And the pitch. And he takes a strike. Who wants to make that next big play for Braintree? 7-4 game here in the bottom of the first. Yes, you heard that correctly. 7-4. As he missed again, and he's in danger of walking in another. Nobody throwing. Oh, there is somebody throwing up and behind. So Leominster potentially might even have to use a 3rd pitcher here in the inning. Bossy in the driver's seat. A 3-1 count to the Braintree catcher. And a step off. Got to take here if you're Braintree. Can't imagine Bossy having the green light right now with the pitcher wild. And the 3-1. He got it in the zone. That was a tight pitch. That certainly wasn't a gimme. And that, if you're Braintree, that was not a pitch to swing at, regardless. That was on the inner half of the plate. Little start and stop over there at third, trying to get the focus off of the pitcher as he looks in that direction. Here's the pitch. Bossy, and he struck him out. So a big strikeout, and it puts Braintree in a position now with 2 outs. So Brooks will get an opportunity. He singled to begin this inning. He'll get his 2nd look. Braintree a hit away from making it potentially a 1-run game. Maybe even closer, depending on where the hit goes. Got to be ready on the bases. As Brooks goes after the first pitch, and no contact. Leominster obviously would be happy to give up just the 4 runs, but with a 7-run lead to begin this inning, I can't imagine they're very happy at any point, regardless of what they give up. So Braintree runners lead. And the pitch to Brooks, he missed it. Pitcher using a lot of extra energy to pick up that ball cap after every time the pitch is released. Keeps falling off his head. So lefty is ready. And the pitch to Brooks. And again, he takes it inside. It's actually getting old now watching the pitcher pick up that hat. Long wait in. Brooks is ready. And the pitch. Brooks pops it up. This one playable. As the runners continue around, the center fielder tracking over and makes the catch. But Braintree has a big inning, but they certainly left a lot more to be desired here in this inning. Braintree scores 4 times. They make it a 7-4 game after a full inning of play here at home as we head to the second. Top half of the second. First pitch is spoiled off. So it'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Blue Devils as they scored 7 runs back in the first inning. And now trying to put up some zeros is Grieve. As the righty's ready, and it misses off the outside. It is Garner to lead things off. He doubled his first time to right center. Braintree defensively pretty deep in the outfield. As the pitch is in there, oh wow, a ball call. I thought the umpire was going up to call a strike. Got out of his crouch, and generally that's why he does. And the pitch. And that one misses as well. Got to come into the zone right now. Can't afford to put a free pass here to start this inning. Braintree does not want to allow this offense to get going again. And finds a strike. Very important first out on the horizon. Canavan waiting to make a play as well. This one out to left field, right at Garrity, and puts it away. Hard hit ball, but right at a Braintree outfielder. Big first out. And now we'll see if the pitching can get settled in. 6 more Braintree at-bats at least here in this game as they trail by 3 runs and trying to keep it there. As the pitch on the way, this one on the ground to third. Stopped nicely by O'Rourke, plenty of time, and there's 2 down. Feel the momentum shifting, can't you, here at Braintree High School? A fly out to left, a ground out to third. And the Braintree Bats will have their 2, 3, 4 hitters due up in the bottom half of this inning. Certainly expected a good response from Braintree, maybe not to the tune of 4 runs, but Braintree did leave the bases loaded in the first. As that's in there for a strike. That one drops right in there to Baez, who had an RBI hit his first time, batting in the cleanup spot. As that one's upstairs. Some more throwing going on behind us in the bullpen. For Leominster, who's looking into using a third arm already here in this game. This one out to center, right at Regan. He's there, and he's got the catch, and they go very, very quickly. Here in the second, the Braintree Bats will have their 2, 3, 4 hitters down by 3, 7-4, as we head to the bottom of the second. Back here for the bottom half of the second, Braintree will see Nelson, who came in to finish off the first inning. And he ended up throwing 25 pitches out of the bullpen. So he's back in for his first full inning of work. Braintree had 10 pitches from Grieve. Grieve able to get him 1, 2, 3, and now Braintree has some of their more dangerous hitters due up here in the second inning, down by 3. The 2, 3, 4 hitters due up as Regan will stand in. He doubled his first time down the left field line. Regan, Canavan, and Uhas, the expected trio for the home team, the Womps. Lefty winds and fires, and Regan to deep left field. This one carries back towards that wall. This one continues back to the fence and off the wall as he just missed a home run. Braintree's second double from Regan. And Braintree just a couple of feet away from making it a 1 or 2 run game. That one continued to carry. It looked like just a long fly ball, but that one moved down that left field line. You saw the grand slam earlier that carried out into the trees. That one wasn't far behind it. And now Canavan, can he put in a charge into 1? Braintree battling back so far from 7 runs down to make it a 3-run game. And the pitch is outside. Right now, got to give Grieve a lot of credit. He inherited that bases-loaded situation, gave up a grand slam, the first pitch he threw, but has since settled things down. He's given his offense an opportunity, and his team has scored 4 runs to this point. Here's the pitch, and Canavan takes it for a strike. So Braintree with another extra base hit. Both outfields have been busy. And there's a lot of room again down the left field line, a lot of room in left center. Pitch. Canavan takes a strike. Wow. That one off the edge, and Canavan not liking the call. Canavan, the hero in the win over Weymouth, the walk-off hit against the Wildcats in the bottom of the 8th inning. See if he still has some of that magic left in the bat. And he takes it upstairs. Canavan, who was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. That's for the second time already as we play here in the bottom of the second. Leadoff man aboard, down over at second base. Head coach O'Connell and his staff trying to come back from 7 runs down. Here in the round of 8 in the MIAA Division I playoffs. And a balk called as the runner moves over to third. Things really coming unglued for the pitching for Leominster. Obviously, not saying that Braintree's pitching was good back in that first inning, but to battle back and give yourselves a reasonable chance to have even an opportunity to tie the score up in an inning later is pretty crazy in a game like this, as that one misses inside. And now Canavan looking for a pitch he can handle middle of the zone, and he knows where to put it. Juhas in the on-deck circle. Actually, Braintree with a pinch hitter in the on-deck circle, looks like. And the pitch. And he went after a pitch upstairs and he struck out. Canavan chased that and he helped out the pitcher. Tough swing there from Canavan. He certainly has the ability to put the ball in the air. That would have been nice to have at least put up into the outfield for a sac fly, but strikes out, doesn't move the base runner over, and Braintree has a pinch hitter. So Juhas, who was hitting earlier against the right-handed pitcher, is now going to be moved out of the game in place of Joyce. Juhas actually had an RBI. He had a sac fly his first at bat. But now Joyce, who's pinch hit quite a bit here this season, trying to deliver here. Got to get the ball in play here and bring that run home from third. As he goes after the first pitch and a base hit down the left field line. It's a 7-5 game. As Joyce rounds first, he'll get down to second, no problem. And a couple of extra base hits here in the inning and a brand new ball game. It's 7-5. "12 runs on the board." And another meeting at the mound. Both coaches have continued to have to come out to talk to their pitchers who have really been hit hard on both sides in this game. And another pitching change occurs here at Braintree High School. It'll be the third arm already here, and we're only in inning number 2 for Leominster, as they are again in some more trouble here in the bottom of the second with the runner at second and one down. We'll be back. Bottom half of the 5th as another pitching change occurs as Coco in to pitch. And the pitch is cut on and missed by Garrity, who goes after the first pitch. He walked his first time, and Braintree continues to put up really good at-bats. Leominster right now looking to find an answer, looking for somebody to get some consistent outs. As this one is popped up, and the catcher may have a look at this one. Back towards the territory there in foul ground. He makes the catch. So a pop-up to the catcher, and a much-needed second out. Only other out was the strikeout. Braintree with 2 doubles in the inning. They have a run. And now it is O'Rourke, who singled his last time. A lot of baseball left to be played here at Braintree High School. We're only here in the second inning. It's a 7-5 game. Braintree with the runner at second. The tying run is at the plate. And the pitch. And O'Rourke takes 4-1. The single may get Braintree within a run. If the inning continues, it'll be Rucky. Got to be some nervous energy right now on the field, especially as the visitors, who had a 7-run lead. As the pitch is in there for a strike. Just like most high school games, momentum is so important. And right now it's on Braintree's side. Scored the last 5 runs of this game. And they are batting here with a runner in scoring position. Pitch. And O'Rourke right side over to second on a couple of hops. The throw is low and he's able to make the play. But Braintree does score a run, but the pitcher able to get a couple of straight outs, and Braintree did not score anything further after scoring once on the RBI hit from Joyce at 7-5 as we head to the third. Top half of the third inning, Grieve back in there as Braintree continues to chip away. They scored 4 in the first, they've scored 1 in the second. We play here in the third. And the pitch, that's a fastball, and the strike zone really has been small. That looked like a pretty good pitch. So Grieve trying to continue to pitch well coming out of the bullpen. As this time doesn't get the call. It's actually getting a little frustrating seeing the home plate umpire continue to get out of the crouch to call a ball. It's generally what you do to call a strike, so I don't know why he keeps doing that. And that one spins him back and a leadoff walk, and that generally is not a good sign for a pitcher. As the catcher Casey will now get an opportunity here to get aboard. A lot of runs. Expect to see a lot more. And it's a courtesy runner, as everybody knows, for a catcher. So leadoff man is on. We saw a stolen base back in the first. We'll see if the runner gets in motion here. Canavan trying to hold him close, and the pitch right down the middle for a strike. Certainly a candidate that you'd like to see a ground ball here. Ground ball, potential double play for the first baseman, Pascal, who drew a walk and brought a run in, as Braintree with a pickoff play. So an important spot here for Grieve as he's trying to settle in here to this third inning. Pitch, and the runner takes off. That's a strike. The throw down is not going to be in time as he steals second. The throw a little bit short of the bag. The good slide for the outside part of the bag obviously was the difference there. But Braintree with a solid throw from Bossy, you probably have him. But you need a first out now. Strikeout would be great. Braintree has had just 1 strikeout to their credit as a pitching staff. And he got him, called third strike on the edge. Sit down, and there's 1 down. And the crowd giving it out here for Leominster, although I've talked about the strike zone being pretty small as it is, so I don't know about that. Wasn't much of a complaint from the hitter. It's easy to see with your heart out here in the crowd. As the pitch is right there for a strike. So Braintree's got the opening out. A walk, a stolen base, and a strikeout looking. And now a balk called on Braintree. So Grieve got to give up third base. So Braintree was allowed a base back an inning ago, and now we've seen one in the other direction, as clearly that's a point of emphasis here today. So with 3 umpires on the field, they're seeing a couple of things that maybe they don't see during a normal game as Braintree brings the infield in on the corners, as this one is knocked out of play. Bring up the big hitter here for the Blue Devils. He hit the grand slam in his first plate appearance, bringing in the 4 RBI. As Corbin bats for the second time. And that was against Grieve, so facing him for the second time. And called third strike, he got him again. Back-to-back K's looking. As it brings up Wozniak. And Braintree again could get that momentum right back onto their side if they can get out of this without a run allowed. Right-hander ready. And the first pitch inside. So a runner at third with 2 down here in the top half of the third inning. here of a 7-5 ball game here in round 8, the round of 8. As this one out to center field, playable for Regan. He's there, and he's got it, and that does it. So a leadoff walk does not hurt, and Braintree will have a bat down to 7-5. Bottom half of the third inning in a 7-5 game. Braintree with back-to-back zeros put up with their pitching from Grieve. And a first pitch swing, this one on the ground on a hop as Rucky digs down to first, and there's one down. So an early swing from Rucky, who makes his way back to the dugout with the first out. So it'll bring up King, who singled his first time. Braintree trying to get something started offensively. They've scored in each of the first 2 innings. 4 in the first, 1 in the second inning. All 7 of the runs for the Blue Devils were scored back in the first. Sun trying to make his way back out. A 6 p.m. start, but this game's going to go for a while, it looks. The right-hander ready, and he missed badly. So Coco back in for his first full inning of work. Got the final 2 outs back in the second inning, as Leominster now in on their third pitcher of this ball game. Braintree in on their second, as King bats for the second time. Braintree right fielder, and the pitch, and this one out to left field. This one got to be trouble if it drops, and that is going to be a fair ball. A base hit here to start off. King digging for second, and he is going to be out by a mile as the tag at second got him high, and I don't know why King took off. I don't know why King went for second. As the out is over at second. And that is a really bad decision from the Braintree base runner, King. So a single, and he tried to turn into a double, is caught at second. So that really changes the complexion of this inning. Braintree should have had a base runner. Instead, they run themselves into an out. And it really wasn't a situation as that hits him. So Bossy is hit by the pitch, and that really makes a head-scratching decision now from King, because he would have 2 on now with 1 out instead. You got just the 1 runner on with 2 down. But it does bring the top of the order up again. And a courtesy runner for the catcher. So King, who was 2 for 2 with a base hit, both singles, tried to get extra aggressive, and down 2 runs, not really the time for it. As Braintree with the base runner now at first for Brooks, who has a hit and has also flied out. 1 for 2, he popped up his last time to center field with the bases filled. So he's hoping to come through this time with the base runner on at first, and does Braintree try and steal here with 2 outs. With a pinch runner on. And the pitch on his way to Brooks. It's a fly ball to left field. And the base runner, oh wow, the left fielder having an adventure. And he's able to haul that one in. And that was a miraculous play. That one almost turned into a complete disaster for the left fielder as he's able to haul it in. And Leominster very fortunate not to surrender anything here in this third inning as we head to the fourth, both sides with almost a big mistake. Top half of the fourth inning. That'll be 9-1-2 for the visitors. And a first pitch strike from Grieve. Braintree with a costly base running mistake back in the bottom half of the third that really changed that inning as they don't score for the first time here today. And he went after that pitch. That's a strike. So it'll be Frick to begin things, the second baseman. Actually, it looks like a pinch hitter as Coco batting in his place. A pitch down and away. Right-handed pitcher Grieve in for his third full inning of work. And that one just fouled off at the dish. Able to just get those hands out and make contact with the baseball. That was a pretty good pitch with 2 strikes. Momentum on the Braintree side, but right now looking for another 0 to keep it. And the pitch, oh, a wave and a miss. He made him look bad. Another strikeout from Grieve. And he has really started to pile them up. That's 4 since coming in now. If you tuned in late, 7 runs for Leominster. All of them scored back in the first inning, and all of them scored before an out was even recorded. That was all against the Braintree starter. At least 6 of the runs were charged to Joyce. Grieve now pitching, and he's been able to slow things down for the offense and give his team a chance to come back, and so far they're within 2. A 7-5 game with the bases empty and 1 out here in the top half of the 4th in a 7-inning game. And that one popped up, a lazy fly ball to left field. Garrity over, and he's there for out number 2. Five in a row now set down by Grieve as he looks for back-to-back clean 1-2-3 innings. As it's back through the top of the order now for the 3rd time as Garner stands in there. He has flied out and doubled, and a left-handed bat against Grieve. First pitch strike. Grieve working quickly, high confidence level for the right-handed pitcher. Defense back all the way around, both in the infield and outfield. This one rolled over, and he's got him 2 strikes. So a strikeout to begin the inning, a fly out to left. There's 2 down. Bases are empty. Grieve winds and fires, and it's knocked out of play. The Womps will have their 2-3-4 hitters due up in the bottom half of this inning. Right now, hoping to keep it a 2-run game. Grieve looking for his 5th strikeout since entering this game in relief. The right-hander winds and fires, and a ground ball right side, and a foul ball just wide of first. Canavan was watching that one closely, but did not go into a dive. Very tall first baseman. Gonna be tough to get one by him. So we'll see what Grieve can do here. With 2 strikes, he's got some pitches to waste. Right back to the rubber. He winds and fires, and he got him! Struck him out looking. And Braintree will get their 2-3-4 hitters with a 2-run deficit. A 7-5 game as we play here in the 4th inning, bottom half. It'll be Regan to lead things off. He's doubled twice. First pitch, and that one may have caught the jersey. I thought that was close to hitting him. Pulled the hands out of the way. It'll be Regan and Canavan. And maybe Uhas might be getting the bat back. First one is away. Trying to make it 2nd one away. It's 2-0. They're trying to be careful here with a dangerous hitter. MVP candidate in the Braintree dugout. And he's played like it here today. And he went after a pitch, had the green light on the 2-0, and he didn't get a fastball. Hard not to give him the green light with the way he's played here in this game. A couple of extra base hits, and he just missed a home run his last time. That one hit the fence. And the pitch, and he drives this one to left field, a foul ball. That one dangerous. Fan section not really moving in that direction. Fortunate for the fence there. So a couple of strikes now on Regan. He'd love to find his way on, with Canavan batting behind him. And the 2-2 offering. Regan to 3rd base on a couple of hops. And the long throw, it's low, and he dug it out. Not a good throw at all, but the first baseman saves an error. That almost turned into a costly throwing mistake, but got to give a lot of credit to the first baseman who picked that one out. That could have very easily been a throwing error. And Braintree could have had a base runner begin this inning. Instead, nobody on and 1 out as Canavan steps in. Dangerous first baseman looming. Been hit by a pitch and struck out. And the pitch takes it inside. A lot of confidence in that Braintree dugout, down by 2 runs. Big crowd here today for the final 8 matchup between number 4 Braintree and number 5 Leominster, as we continue our live stream broadcast here on BCAM TV in a 7-5 game here in the bottom half of the 4th inning with the bases empty and 1 down. Home team trying to play back from 7 runs down. They're within 2. Canavan takes the pitch low again, trying to have a much better eye this time around after chasing ball 4 in his last at bat. it is Juhas in the on-deck circle with the bat. Canavan takes a strike. That was not his pitch on the outside part of the plate. He's looking for something middle in he can hammer. Defense really deep in center field. They're trying to take away extra bases as Canavan middle the infield, and it's the second baseman who throws it across for the second out. A couple of ground outs here in the frame as the 2-3 hitters have been retired for Braintree. So it's back to Joyce. Saw Juhas swinging, but not coming out to hit. First two have been retired on ground outs. Braintree trying to avoid a 1-2-3 inning. Joyce hammers this one to left field. This one carrying back towards the wall. And this one hops the fence as Joyce digs for two and another extra base hit for the Braintree hitters. That one nearly got out of here. A lot of balls carrying to left field. And Braintree has missed 2 home runs by 5 feet or less. Second double of the game for Joyce. And Braintree trying to get within a run. Base hit from Garrity should do so. He is 0 for 1. And a walk and a pop-up here in this ball game for him. Batting. Looking to put one on a line now. Joyce leading from second as the pitcher watches him closely. And Garrity takes the first pitch strike. Everything to left field has pretty much be a hold your breath type of situation for the pitcher, as the ball is really carrying out to left. Can Garrity deliver here with 2 outs? Need those type of hits in a game like this. He gets hit, and that one right off the back. Another hit batter. That's the third batter they've hit here in this game. And it brings up O'Rourke. Braintree has the tying runs on. O'Rourke continues to come up with men on base. And can he deliver in the clutch? A veteran on this Braintree team, a senior, trying to come through. So after the first 2 were retired on groundouts, Braintree with back-to-back base runners, the loud double from Joyce, and then the hit batter. And the pitch, O'Rourke takes it low. Off-speed pitch, does not chase it. Braintree obviously running into an out last inning that changed the inning. Hoping to have another run or 2 here in this inning. And the pitch, it's going to be a strike. Wow. That's a tough call to go against the hitter. Very unreliable strike zone from the home plate umpire here in this game. Now on a 1-1. And he goes right back to the outside corner and gets another strike. So O'Rourke has to find a way to put the bat on the ball. Cannot strike out here. Got to put the ball in play and make the defense make a mistake. 2 on, 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. And the pitch, O'Rourke, a fly ball to center. Long ball up in the air, and another adventure for the left fielder who tracks it down as Braintree again threatens but does not score in the 4th inning. And the home team continues to get men on base but does not deliver the big hit here in the inning as we head to the 5th, 7-5. Top half of the 5th inning. A couple of raindrops starting to fall down here, which is going to complicate things a little bit here. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up here for Leominster. Braintree again getting an opportunity in the bottom half of the 4th. They've had opportunities in each of the first 4 innings to score runs, but have not the last 2 innings. And Grieve right now needs to find a way to continue to pitch well. Really want to afford giving up any further runs, as that's a strike to who was the starting pitcher at Massa, who had an RBI hit and is also grounded out. pitch, and that one is low, and he's drawn a walk. So a walk to begin the inning, as Braintree has now walked a batter for the second straight inning to begin the inning. Got to find a way, though, for your Braintree to find a way to throw out a base runner. It's been a problem here the last couple games. Bossie's got to find a way to throw one out. They continue to steal. This brings up Baez, who's flied out and singled. Runner not going, and a first pitch strike. He was trying to wear that one. Canavan holding the runner to a one-step lead as this one is knocked out of play. So he's got a couple quick strikes. Grieve has fanned 5. This would be a perfect time for number 6. Trying to strand that runner over at first and not advance him. And the pitch. He did not chase upstairs. Two-strike pitch. He went after the pitch downstairs and able to foul it off. Runner leads, and the pitch is down. He didn't chase it again. I like what Grieve's doing. He's trying to get the hitter to chase, but so far has not obliged. Braintree would love a ground ball. Runner takes off. Pitch is fouled off. Again, goes after a pitch downstairs. Able to spoil off a tough pitch. Still looking for the first out here of the top of the 5th inning. Runner just took off on the last pitch. We'll see if he's on the move again, as time is called by the hitter. Getting ready now, and the pitch is low. Runner takes off, and he gets down to second. And that's tough against the catcher there, as Bossy could not get that one. You don't want to allow the free base to the base runner. And obviously in a situation like that, that's what happened. Got to bear in here if you Grieve. Need an out. Steps off. Big spot in this ball game with Braintree down 2 runs. Don't want to afford anything further. Cleanup hitter. Grieve ready. And that one hit him in the back. A hit batter. So a hit batter now after a walk began the inning. Braintree's had 3 batters hit, and now a couple hit on the other side. So he took that one right in the back. Obviously an unprotected spot. I know it's tough to get hit, but it's certainly a nice sight when you get down to that first base bag knowing you made your way on base. And he's able to stay in the ball game. As time is called, this Braintree will bring out pitching coach Cam Fox. So this game right now in the pendulum, with Braintree allowing the first 2 to reach, and maybe just trying to wait out this rain. I don't know what the status is on it, but it's raindrops, and obviously it's affected a little bit here in this inning. Certainly would hate to see this game turn into a sloppy game because of stuff like that.
I don't really want to be on a beach. I don't want that to be how we make
Go, guys. Go, guys. Dig in here. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Pop. Go now. Dig in here. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, guys.
So the meeting has ended at the mound. Grieve getting the instruction, trying to bear in and settle down. 2 on and nobody out. Grieve needing a ground ball. And a first pitch strike. Good pitch down at the knees. It's a very big crowd, hoping the home team can play from behind. Braintree's got to keep those runners close. I'm surprised you wouldn't consider a sacrifice here with nobody out in the inning. The stage of the game with a 2-run lead in the 5th inning, I don't know why you wouldn't sacrifice. Grieve ready, winds and fires, and a pop-up on the infield. Infield fly should be on. And the batter is out, there's 1 down. So questionable decision there from Leominster not to sacrifice. With nobody out in the inning, could have moved the runners over. Instead, decided to swing away, and it doesn't pan out. So the infield fly makes the first out here of the 5th inning. And the pitch. That one is low. To Pascal, who has an RBI on a free pass. He walked back in the 1st and has fanned looking. And now, Braintree could get one rolled over, maybe a double play ball, as that's a strike right down the heart of the plate. Still a lot of baseball to be played here at Braintree High School with the home team trailing 7-5 here in the top half of the 5th inning. A round of 8 of the MIAA Division I baseball tournament. And that one knocked foul, and he's got 2 strikes on him. Fanned him his last time looking. He would love to do it again. Grieve getting ready. Looks in, winds and fires, and he got him! Nice pitch. Off speed, had him out in front. A second out here of the frame. As it brings up Corbin again. Had that big hit back in the 1st inning. Braintree trying to hold him to nothing here in the 5th after the first 2 reached back-to-back outs. As Grieve tries to work through it and give his offense a chance. A first pitch strike. Grieve continuing to pitch well, coming out of the bullpen. Trying to get through the top half of this 5th inning with his team trailing by 2 runs. And the pitch. Oh, wow, that was a good-looking pitch on the edge. Didn't get the call. Looked like a pretty good pitch from here. Certainly a much different at-bat on an 0-2 pitch versus a 1-1 pitch. As the right-hander winds and fires, and this one out to right field, a base hit. As the runner rounds 3rd, and he's going to head home. And the throw is back towards the infield, and the run scores on the 2-out base hit. So that extends the lead to 8-5. So he's not able to get through it, as the leadoff walk does come around to score. And Grieve, again, that pitch that he didn't get really hurt. It's a much different pitch selection when you're on an 0-2 count versus a 1-1 count. I had literally talked about it right before the pitch. But you got to bear down. Can't afford to let that affect you if you Grieve. You've given up your first run since that 1st inning. As Braintree with a little pickoff try. Runners leading from the corner. Runner takes off, the pitch a strike, and the runner gets down to second. So now a base hit could score a couple more. So Braintree has been able to hold them scoreless till now. After a 7-run first inning, 2 more big base runners on, and Grieve trying to hold it at a 3-run game. And the pitch, that one gets away, and Bossy almost had that one get far enough away for the base runner to take an attempt there. With 2 outs, that wouldn't have been the worst time to take off. He obviously would have had to go right away. So Braintree with a walk and a hit batter to begin the inning. A pop-up and a strikeout, but then the RBI hit. And it's 8-5 here in the top half of the 5th inning. Second and third with 2 down, and the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Need the final out now. Braintree will have 7, 8, 9 in their order due up in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Trying to keep it at a 3-run game. As Grieve looks in. Grieve winds and fires, and he went around, he struck him out. A called 3rd strike ends the inning, but Leominster scrapes one across, and for the first time since the 1st, they've scored a run. And Braintree now down by 3 as they head to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom half of the 5th inning. The Womps down by 3 now after giving up a run in the top half. And the first pitch, a strike to Rucky. Got on base his first time with a RBI walk and then has grounded out. Pitch, and that one's low. Right now you need base runners if you're the home team. Can't afford to chase pitches and certainly can't afford to be extra aggressive. We've seen Braintree have a base runner trying to stretch a single into a double, which obviously was costly back earlier in this game. As that one a called strike on the edge. Tough pitch to hit there for Rucky. On a pitch down and away. It'll be Rucky, King, and Bossy, unless we have a pinch hitter. And Rucky out to shortstop, and a pretty routine line drive out. So the leadoff man retired. Braintree has not been able to get a leadoff man on in a couple innings now. Got to find a way to get at least that one more opportunity with the bats. Imagine Braintree knows that. Down by 3 runs. It's the bottom third of their lineup. King has a couple of hits here in this game as he drills this one out towards left center. And wow, center fielder was played perfectly. That's a base hit if he's played in normal position, but he somehow knew where to play that ball. Clearly had that one positioned well, because that's a base hit for anybody else. And now with the left-handed bat for Braintree, a pinch hitter. So hitting in place of Bossy. As Coco continues to pitch well in relief, and the pitch. And this one out towards left center field, first pitch swing. Long run in that direction as the left fielder will make the catch, and Braintree's pinch hitter is retired as they get nothing there. Dever retired on the first pitch. As we head to the 6th, Braintree still down by 3. Top half of the 6th inning. First pitch rolled over to the right side. It's going to be a tough play for Canavan. He needs the help of the pitcher, and Grieve gets it there in time.
Good hustle, good hustle.
So a good first out. Back to the top of the order now. 4th time through. 9-hitter Coco retired. Braintree offense will have their top of the order due up in the bottom half of this inning. And a first pitch just missing. Grieve continues to be all around the plate. Very small strike zone here today, as that one's in there for a strike. Expect to see the Womps make an opportunity and a run in the bottom half of this inning with their best hitters due up, as that's in there for another strike. Going to give a lot of credit right now to Grieve. Braintree's only opportunity to even come back in this game has hinged on his pitching after coming in, inheriting a tough situation back in the first inning, trailing 7-0 after he gave up the grand slam. And a close pitch with 2 strikes to Laura, who has walked, struck out, and flied out. Getting ready now. Grieve to the plate, and that one catches him in the back, and he hits another one. So he hit one last inning, he hits one this inning. And with 2 strikes, obviously not what you want to do. I know exactly how that happens. The pitch not breaking like the way he wants it to, which is why it hit him instead of going into the zone. Both sides have had issues hitting batters, as it brings up Garner, who has doubled, flied out, and struck out. A lot of base runners in this game, lots of runs, most of them scored early, as this one is knocked back and off the backstop. Braintree scoring 4 of their 5 runs in the first. They scored their other run in the second, but have been quiet since, as Grieve finds the outside corner. Needs zeros the next 2 innings. As the pickoff play at first.
Hey! You watch yourself, Nick!
Base runner takes off on the pitch, and it's knocked foul. Canavan trying to hold him as close as he can over there at first base. And another pickoff play.
Come on, Dave! Take it easy, 20.
And another pickoff play. This one a little bit closer. Trying to continue to get the base runner to get dirty. Sliding back into the bag. And the pitch. And this one drilled to right field. And that's going to get down in front of King. As the base runner now digs for third, and he will get there as the throw is off the mark a little bit. And they're at the corners. So Braintree again in a troubled spot.
Showtime! Showtime! What do you say, Nine? Come on now!
Braintree putting on a play here.
Pitch the damn ball!
And the first pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. So after a leadoff ground out, a hit by pitch and a single, and they're on the corners here with 1 out. The top half of the 6th inning. Braintree's deficit is 3 runs. Continued hand singles from the runners. And he got it by him. Good pitch from Grieve. We really need a strikeout now. This will be a great time to do it. He's had some good pitches on the outside part of the plate. This would be a good time for it. And the pitch on the way. And this one out to right field. As the runner going to tag from third. As the catch is made, here comes the throw towards the plate. And it's going to have to be cut off as the sacrifice fly brings the runner in. So that makes it a 9-5 game. And they do bring the run across. So he gets the out, but unfortunately, that one too far into the outfield to make an accurate throw from King. A decent throw from right field. But it does keep the runner at first, and now almost certainly expect him to take off at some point here in this at-bat. So Braintree trailing by 4 runs, their largest deficit in a handful of innings now after thought maybe they were going to have a chance. Down 2, runner takes off first pitch, and that one knocked foul. Braintree's best opportunity offensively may come in the bottom half of the 6th inning, as they'll have the top 3 hitters due up. As the pitch is outside. Runner leading from first. He tried to steal a couple of times. As Canavan holds him on, runner takes off, pitches down, and he'll get there as the ball behind the catcher, and he does not take a turn for third. So the runner down to second. 9-5 game. Braintree's allowed a run in each of the last 2 innings after getting within 2. Visitors from Leominster now drive this one into left field, a base hit, and the runner going to wave around from third, and he will score as the run thrown to second, and he is out at second, and that ends the inning. Another couple runs scored, but the run does count, and they get 2 here in the inning. It's 10-5, and Braintree wants the run taken off the board, as they are not going to get it. I think the round's going to count, and it should be 10-5 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Braintree's season right now hinging on a big inning here in the 6th inning. I think with the top of the order due up, might be their last time that they see the top half of this order. So really got to make something happen. And a meeting now between the home plate umpire and the Braintree head coach, Bill O'Connell. They never really checked with the base umpires to see about that run that scored. Leominster coach coming out to see if he is needed in the argument, or at least wanted to know what the argument was about. So Braintree right now needs something, and in a hurry, as Brooks will lead things off. He's flied out twice and singled, trying to jumpstart the offense as he drives this one to deep left field, but a foul ball. And Brooks took that one into the trees. That was a home run, but it was foul. So he was ready for that first pitch, but unfortunately hooked it. Right now, a base hit is what he needs. And the pitch. And he drills this one to left again as the left fielder makes the catch. So Brooks now is flied out to the outfield 3 times. After a real nice swing on his first pitch, he comes back to the dugout with the first out. And now Regan. Braintree down to the final potential 5 outs of the season. They can't get anything started. Defense has made a couple of big plays in the outfield. They've been positioned well. As the first pitch to Regan is outside, and look at the way the defense is lined up in the outfield. All the way back, and they are preventing extra base hits. The left field is pretty much on the warning track. So there's lots of room in front of them. Pitch. And Regan takes a strike. Canavan to follow. If anybody else gets on, we'll see. Expect to see Braintree with 1 more run at him, but we'll see. So far it hasn't started. This one drilled to left center, and wow, they're positionally perfect again, as that was right in the gap, and again, another hit taken away. Braintree right now being beaten by a handful of perfectly positioned outfielders. That's the 2nd extra base hit in as many innings that's been taken away. As it brings up Canavan. 2 outs here. And the pitch is outside. So a pair of flyouts in the inning. Braintree continues to hit the ball hard. They've hit the ball far towards the outfield, but again, everything has been positioned perfectly the last couple innings, and it's taken Braintree out of the rhythm. A lot of extra bases early, not much since. As the visitors now just 4 outs away from advancing to the final 4, which would be a very big surprise here, although based on that top half of the first, obviously not much compared to the beginning of this game, as they scored 7 runs back in the first. But they've been quiet up until the last couple innings. Been able to scratch across a couple of runs each of the last few innings. There's the right-hander ready, and Canavan takes the strike. So Brooks and Regan both flying out, one to left, one to center. Wind continues to pick up a bit. And the pitch, and this one out towards left center field. Wind may play with it. Back towards left field, continuing back, and a late lunging catch as the left fielder again has another issue with it, but he puts it away. And we head to the 7th, Braintree down 5, season on the line. Top half of the 7th inning, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the visiting Leominster, who lead 10-5. Braintree has been very quiet offensively since the first 2 innings. As the pitch is low, and Grieve right now can ill afford to give up anything further with his team down 5 runs. Braintree will have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters as they're down to their final 3 outs. And a pitch, as that's a strike. And that's the catcher, Casey, leading off. Grieve ready, and this one on the infield to deep shortstop. Nice ranging play by Brooks. Oh, what a play! He got him. What a phenomenal play at short. That took away a great play. And you got to tip your cap to the shortstop. That's about as good of a play as you'll see at the high school level. Going to his right into the slide and the long throw across. Regardless of the score at 10-5, that was a top 10 type of play, Sports Center top 10 from Brooks. As the pitch is in there for a strike. Well, if anything, Braintree with a great gem there defensively. Maybe that'll get some momentum on their side. As this one on the ground, back to shortstop, a much more routine play for Brooks, and he's got 2 down. So a pair of ground outs to shortstop. And now Grieve trying to get his team back to the plate. G6, G6, back-to-back ground outs at shortstop. And what has been a game Braintree has never led, as this one is knocked foul. And Braintree's going to have to give everything they can have in the bottom half of the 7th. Need base runners and need a lot of them. Can ill afford any mistakes now. As that one is off the plate. Ready is ready, winds and fires, and he did not go after it. Looked like a pretty good pitch, too. As the pitch is down. So Grieve has the first 2 here of the top half of the 7th, with Braintree needing 1 more out to get their bats out there. And the pitch, and a half-hearted swing, and an easy ground out to first to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 they go. Braintree's season on the line, down 5 runs as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Bottom half of the 7th inning as Coco back out looking for the final 3 outs. Braintree down 5 runs as they enter this inning, as Joyce will lead things off. The Braintree offense batting in the cleanup spot now. And the first pitch is a strike. Defense continues to take away extra bases in the outfield. Braintree's got to play and try and take a little bit off of some of these hits and just look for some singles to the outfield. As this one out towards right center field, and again, they are right there in that position for the first out. Braintree has now flied out 7 straight outs.
Let's get the next one out there. Let's go.
Everything's been in the air. Hasn't pitched through the order without getting the ball hit, but right now, Braintree continuing to put the ball in the air, just hasn't found the ground. As it'll bring up Garrity as he takes a strike. Braintree needs a base runner right now. Can't afford to get 2 outs without a base runner. In what has been a disappointing game from the start, after Braintree surrendered 7 runs back in the first. As Garrity with a swing and a miss. So the Blue Devils hoping for a visit in the final 4, and they're an out in to that here in the 7th. Need 2 more outs. Garrity tries to get on base in front of O'Rourke. Braintree had their chance back in that second. Had multiple opportunities early in the game, and a swing and a miss and a strikeout from Garrity. And it looks like the writing's now on the wall here with 2 outs in the 7th. A fly out and a strikeout here in the bottom half of the 7th with O'Rourke up.
Hey, what do we say, Coco?
As O'Rourke drives this one out to left field, this one's going to be a long run, and over to make the catch as Braintree drops this one here today at home, a 10-5 final as the season comes to an end on the fly ball to O'Rourke, and really a fitting ending to a game that Braintree left lots of opportunities to be desired in this game, and the season comes to a close here at home as the number 4 seed Braintree is beaten by the number 5 seed Leominster. So what was a great regular season, 17-3 for Braintree, comes to a bow here in the round of 8 as Leominster moves on to the final 4. Braintree with a great season, a great run here in the postseason, a couple of wins here at home against Peabody and against Weymouth, but obviously that 7-run first inning, too hard to come back from for Braintree, as they did make it 7-5 at one point, as close as they got, but never able to get any closer. So that'll conclude our live stream broadcast of what was a fun season for Braintree baseball. I want to thank James Curry here today, a Braintree high school junior that helped out with stats here on our broadcast, as that'll conclude our coverage. On behalf of Christine Patterson, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.